Hello everyone, and welcome to my midlife crisis setup. It's for people with lives in the mid-range from about 30 to 50, 100, that kind of thing. And if you've got some or most of the rebirth items, but not a lot of them, and you've got some Schrodinger's, some flaming Schrodinger's, and you've got a Bertha, and you've got some newts, and you've got a catalyst and a ore cleaner, and maybe a dreamer's mite, and things like that. Gives you the option of doing quite a few things. First of all, it's a shorter setup, much shorter setup, and it'll still get you rebirthed. Right? It uses big bad blasters as well, preferably, but you can also extend this, and we'll talk about this in a second. The idea behind this is that you start with normal Schrodinger's, and then you add your flaming Schrodinger's on the end. As you get more, you add more flaming Schrodinger's. And then as you get big bad blasters, you add them as you go along. Because the more big bad blasters you stick on this, the higher your ore value is going to jump. And it really, really jumps. The big bad blasters make a massive, massive difference. So the idea behind this is you start with some newts. You can even just have one, and then a big Bertha, and then you add your newts as you go along. There is nothing glitched here. This is a straight setup. So you have your newts dropping into a big Bertha, going into normal Schrodinger's, then running through into whatever flaming Schrodinger's you have, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 and so forth, until you have a full row, and that makes a big difference as well. And then you add your big bad blasters that you've got. You can see this thing's running up in hundreds of quintillion. That 939 quintillion has just been in the last 2 minutes, maybe 3. And then you add a catalyst, which is times 3, and then your quantum times 4, and then I've got a dreamer's mite on the end, which is times 25. But you can put on whatever you've got, and even take a chance on a fright if that's the only thing you've got. On a dreamer's fright, but preferably don't use that thing. But anyway, so there you go. It's a relatively good setup, and you'll see if I add, I'm going to add some big bad blasters to this, and then you'll see this thing jump. So here we go. Let me add on this side first. Let's just do that. And see what happens. Now, remember, it blows a lot of the ore, so you'll see fewer ores come through, but they'll be of much higher value. I should actually have added them in pairs. So let's add them in pairs rather. See there, with 1.76 sextillion. So let's add them in pairs there. There we go, because obviously these are going to be a higher value, so you don't want to upgrade on the lower values, you want to upgrade on the higher values. There's I'm So Cool, 20. Now he's on his 40th life. He's actually going to run this setup. You can see he's gone from 9 quintillion to 13.9 at the moment, 14, 14.1, and it's going to jump. If he's done this setup, which I've shown him, it's going to jump. And you can see this one with the extra Berthas, and I actually used this for quite a long time in my rebirths, where I only had 6 big bad blasters, and then added flamings as I got them more. And I was unlucky for 107 lives not to have any more big bad blasters. I just got flaming Schrodinger's. So you add them here, and you get more. Simple as. Come back for part 2 and part 3 of the Midlife Crisis series, where I extend it. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please like the videos and subscribe. Cheers!